This man is named Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson saw this recovery. He sent for his son. His son had a tumor on his frontal lobe that was hurting him for 5 years. Omar, his only biological son, came from Norway to Aspen. Michael said, I want you to treat my son. I just came back from Guinea and I brought an herb known as Sia. I put the herb in a bag and I told the boy to inhale, and the boy sneezed 52 times. On the 53rd, the tumor came out at the door, right when he was going out the door.
You're here. Do it again.
Shape-shifting is not a bad thing. Because of shape-shifting, it's our thing. As the people of this universe. That is why the story of Black Panther is a real story. That the princess managed to shape-shift and became a Black Panther and went to the field. She was never captured by the French-speaking people. After she was disgraced by the French people, pulling her in front of her people to see her naked. So, I want to say, remember again when you speak about the aliens, we are the Zimzi.
Okay. Okay.
Africa. We are the Zimzi.
You are just shaking a lot of people's worlds right now. I understand. Ngesintu amazim.
Yeah.
Abezim.
Yes.
Amazimzim.
Yes.
Boradimu.
Yes.
Bodimudimu.
Yes.
Bohodimodimu.
Hodimodimu.
All right. Now, it's popular knowledge. Oh, you understand? It's
So the ancient Egypt, the original one, not the one that we know of today, is actually in America. I know, it's hard for me to wrap my head around this one too. But did you know that there's more pyramids in North America than there are in Egypt? Which is odd, because you would think that if the Egyptians were from modern day Egypt, there should be more pyramids there, not over here. How did they get over here in the first place? Also, look at our dollar bill. It literally has a pyramid on the back of it. And that's the Washington Monument, which look a lot like obelisks over in Egypt. Really, the similarities are insane. Also, did you know that on April 5th in 1909, there was an article published about the exploration of G.E. Kincaid, which was funded by the Smithsonian. It's where they discovered an enormous cave system in the Grand Canyon while G.E. Kincaid was floating down the Colorado River. And this cave system extended 1,600 meters into the ground. Like, that's massive. And they found Egyptian hieroglyphics. They found tools. They found pottery, they found even mummies in it. They found an entire room full of them. But they won't tell you that because to this day, the Smithsonian is in denial of ever funding such an exploration, and there are claims that G.E. Kincaid never even existed. But that's not even where it stops. Look at this old map of America. It's called Ti Amarikan, and in the Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary, Ti Amaru, which means people of the land of the Nile flood, aka Egyptians. Ti Amaru, Ti Amari, land of the Egyptians. These are the Cherokee and Pawnee native Moors, which were the original black people in Ti Amari, the land of Egypt. And that leads to believe that the Moors of Ti Amari, the land of Egypt, are the original Israelites and the original children of God.
So watch this. So when you read the word seraphim, in its Hebrew derivative, it means reptilian.
Right.
So the seraphim, it means reptilian.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother topic there.
We're opening up so many cans today.
Okay, so watch this. So then God is angry that everything is corrupt.
Right.
Or everything has either been corrupted willingly or through force or genetically modified.
Right.
By that time, God said, I need to stop this because then the fulfillment of the prophetic word given in the garden concerning the Messiah and his come to bruise the head of the serpent can't come to pass. So God decides again, which I believe with another flood, which means that God had already been doing this multiple times.
Right.
According to Genesis chapter 1, potentially, right? It already had
and I
happened.
personally prescribe to that, just so you know. And I'll say that unapologetically.
Right. So then God wipes out the Nephilim and all the genetically modified sentient beings that were potentially living on the earth. We don't know how many were there, but we know that there's ancient depictions of them, you know. And then what happens after that, these unregistered, because everything that's created on the earth only comes as a direct result of the registry of the courtroom of heaven.
Yeah, right.
But these Nephilim are unregistered sentient beings.
Yeah.
They're unregistered.
Yeah.
They're unregistered. All right? God wipes their bodies out, and now their spirits become demons.
Right.
The term demon is just an office.
Right.
The word demon, diabolos, just means, or demonion means one that separates between two. That's it. That's all that word means. So now these entities or these disembodied spirits are left to wander the earth, but the earth is under the prince of the power of the air. So now they become enslaved to the devil and the principalities, powers, rulers of darkness. So now so then you got the fallen angel, devil and his angels, ruling geographical locations on thrones, the prince of Persia, the prince of Greece, the prince of Israel, which is Michael. You got the prince of South America. So then they're governing with the devil. And then you have these sentient beings who are unauthorized, now under the control of the prince of the power of the air.
You ever think about where words come from? This is a magnetic field, and it's super, super dope that we can see it at this stage in our evolution. But before we could see it, we probably thought it was magic. So where did that net come from? That net came from ancient Egypt. The gods were called the netters, and they were masters of nature. They could control the forces of nature. That's why the gods taught you to master your mind. These gods in your mind taught you how to climb the Jed pillar, which when you reached the top, you became a Jedi. To become a Jedi, you had to master your base animalistic desires. This is where we get the caduceus, the chakras, and the serpent of Kundalini. To conquer these desires, you had to master the midbrain, which is Osiris. It's the most ancient part of the brain, the lizard brain. That's why he was green. On top of the Jed pillar is Horus, the falcon, and once he spreads his wings, you open up the access to your third eye, the Eye of Horus. This gives you the ability to see reality and ultimately control it. It's also where the pyramid and eye symbology comes from all over the world. Pretty cool.
You can't say this right now, or can we say this?
He's been saying it.
I've been saying that we can't say it. We can't say that we can't say it. Yeah. So what does the 2024 mean?
2024.
The run?
It's time for us to rise up. I remember when Scooter Braun called me and said,
The manager for Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he said, yo, I got some people who got some early stock in SpaceX, and we can buy it behind Elon's back.
That's where you go.
And I said, I'd rather have a relationship in Elon's face than to buy something behind his back.
initiation. All right, so when Madonna spit inside Drake's mouth on stage, that was him being initiated into the Kabbalah. All right, now if you didn't know, whenever you see people with this red string around their wrist, all right, this is a form of the Kabbalah. They've all went through this initiation process, all of them. All right, now some people may say, yo, Jay, what's wrong with the Kabbalah? You know, it's all of that stuff is connected. It's all witchcraft. You get what I'm saying? It's all witchcraft. I don't understand why people don't get it, but you know, it's all a part of the occult. Tarot cards is all connected to witchcraft. It's all of it. All of it. Fortune telling, all of it. All right. So these people know this stuff. All right. And this is why they practice it. All right. Now, I want to focus on the sacrifices that had to be made in order to level up Drake's career. All right. Now, in 2011, right, Drake's producer, 40 Shabib, was actually hospitalized and nearly died. All right, but this info was scrubbed off the internet. Okay, I don't know why per se it was scrubbed off the internet, but you can't find this anywhere. All right, I had to do some extensive digging, all right, to find this information. But his producer 40, okay, who suffers from MS, was actually hospitalized and nearly died. Okay. And it wouldn't doubt my mind that Drake actually had this removed from the internet, all right, so people would not know, okay, this type of stuff goes on, okay, because that would just open up a rabbit hole to more information, all right. But on September 20th, 2017, another offering was given, all right, by the name of Anthony Fifth Soares, okay, which Drake has declined to address, all right. Now, this guy was a part of Drake